Good morning, fishy folks. How are you? Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Let's see. And nobody's here yet. Okay. And nobody's here yet. What's going on? Alrighty then. Y'all are showing up. How are you? It's the fishy freaks. What's up? How's everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a wonderful, amazing, super awesome morning. Hey, Miss Gina, Deborah, hi, my fish tanks, Muppet, how are you? Thank you, Miss Lori, I appreciate it. Petro Man, what's up, buddy? How are you? I don't know why it is like super humid in my back room today, and I don't know. I can understand why. I'm feeling like really sweaty. Not that you really care to hear that, but it's like really uncomfortable. Bateson, how are you? Good to see you. Doing all right this morning. How about yourself? Everybody's doing well, I hope. I came in here today to get on my computer, and I have three monitors. And I try to adjust the settings on the one monitor, and it won't. It says something about the on-screen settings are locked or something like that. On-screen menus are locked. Like, okay, well, how do I unlock them? Because it's not doing what I need it to do. It says on-screen menus are locked. How do I unlock them? Because I like to use that monitor so I can put like the YouTube on this side and put StreamYard in the front. And because this side makes the letters bigger and it's easier for me to read. This monitor is just huge. I mean, I can use it, but I just, more accustomed to using my right side, I guess. So, did anybody have any really cool, exciting streams last night? Because after I got off of here yesterday, I really didn't do much on YouTube after that. Kind of chilled out. I had kind of a rough day yesterday. Let's see. I can't see. Anyway, good morning, Robert. Good to see you. Haven't seen you much lately, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I like those two guys too, man. They're a good group of guys. Big Tank Hank has always been really supportive of everybody, and Fishy Biz, he's just an awesome guy. Whoa, 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 whoa! What's going on with this here? That's crazy. Oh, excuse me. Ed and Rico had a good stream. When do they ever have a bad stream? Those two guys are fantastic too. I mean, I wish I could have been on YouTube more last night, but just wasn't feeling right, And I thought, you know what? Let me just chill out, lay down for a while, and you know what I mean. and get back to being Rocco again. So I woke up today and I feel pretty decent. So let's hope. Let's just hope. I don't know, because I checked my blood pressure, everything was good. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm trying to find. I had some stuff. I thought I had it bookmarked, but apparently I didn't. But I had some really cool. Jess and Chubbs had a good stream too. Awesome. Jason Holmes, how are you? Good to see you. Jeffrey Watts, hey, what's going on, gentlemen? The plecos are doing great, man. I bet you I had probably, I don't know, probably about 60, 70 babies in there. And we went, where did we go? I think we went to Houston for my granddaughter's birthday. I think that's what it was. Came back and my air pump died. So I had some dead baby plecos in there. And it really upset me. But I mean, I got over half of them still, so that's a good thing. But I had to hurry up and get some air in there and get the water circulating better. You know what I mean? But besides that, they're freaking amazing. Got babies everywhere. Mommy and daddy's super happy. I'm super happy, so it can't get much better than that. Hey, Ford man, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure to see you guys. Always a pleasure. And I'm trying to see on here who else might have streamed. Well, I'm seeing that I watch too much heavy metal videos. Because I'm flipping through here, and everything I see is, oh, it's heavy metal this, heavy metal that, best of. Well, shoot. Oh, see, now, there you go. The best classic soul hits by Al Green, Marvin Gaye. It's not all heavy metal. It'd be nice if I could just see this. Team Aquascape uploaded a video. What? Something filter. Zach's Tanks. Crazy aquarium guy. MJ Aquascaping order. I got rid of algae after I did this one thing. Sounds interesting. That's all I got. That's horrible. Man, what's going on with my YouTube? It's like not cool. Jen and Kevin streamed last night. Yeah, I figured they would. Don't they stream like almost every night though? Don't they, like 3 or 4 times a week? Mob Guppy streamed. I really dig watching Mob Guppy. Mob Guppy's got some really good videos, I think. I'm just wondering if Miss Jess is gonna wake up and come visit us. I'm hoping she's just sleeping. That she might have overslept. Hope she's feeling all right. I do know what I do got to check on real quick though. What really upset me is, as you know, that we're trying to come up with a really good morning show logo. Okay. So, ugh. 1 second. Let me mute this real quick and I'll be right back. I don't know. I don't think my name is Celeste. Nope. Skipper, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. But as I was saying, You're breeding on. Oh, really? Way cool, man. Gonna start breeding some Shellies. That's way cool. I just can't get off this pleco thing, man. I'm really digging the plecos, man. Plecos, and if I can eventually, I really want to do firemouth cichlids. That's what I want to do. Either that or Oscars, one of the two. I want to breed Oscars or firemouth cichlids. They're just too cool. But like I was saying earlier, as you know, Jess and I have been trying to find a really good. Are you gonna get a computer today? I thought you went yesterday, buddy. Oh, way cool, man. Well, I'm just glad you're getting this squared away. That's awesome. Way cool. But as I was saying, we're looking for a logo, and I had gotten with um, a guy, or I should say, I got with someone to do the work for me, right? Because I don't know anything about, you know, digital art stuff, and you know, I just don't know nothing about it. So I got somebody that did, and it was for a very very fair low price, right? Very fair, very low price. So I went ahead and got that person to do it. Well, 8 days later, I get, I can't do it. I can't do what you're asking me to do. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'll find somebody else. So I look around, look around, look around, look around, look around, and I find somebody that was even cheaper than the first person. Like, oh yeah, no problem. I can do this, no problem. I said, well, look, I need it by this such and such a date. Yeah, I'm guessing she is sleeping. I know she sent me an email and she gave me the link for the StreamYard stream for that she had, and I noticed it came in kind of early in the morning, so I was like, yeah, she's she's probably sleeping. So anyway, um, make a long story short, I got a hold of a second person to do it, and I said I looked through his portfolio. He does an amazing job. He's a young guy, right? And I got a message yesterday. My grandmother died. I can't do this right now. You know, and I know Jess is trying to hurry up. Miss Zen, how are you? Good to see you. But I know Jess is trying to get things done so she can make flyers for the Dallas Aquashella. So I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? You know. So I get a hold of a third person, and I'm supposed to be getting it today. So we'll see. But man, I mean, to get a 1 day turnaround was like, okay, I'm definitely, and I knew I was gonna end up paying out the butt for it, but I didn't know I was gonna pay that much for it. I just hope that this person does what I asked them to do. Oh, it says he delivered my order. Let's see. What? Oh wow! So far, it looks really cool. Let's see from the small view. I love it. I love it. Wow. Where's Jess? I think Miss Jess is sleeping, Miss Patty. How are you this morning, by the way? Good to see you. Okay, guys, I gotta show you this. You are going to love this. I am like so stoked. This is I mean, just beyond beautiful. This is cool. You've got to see it. Oh, hold on. What'd I do? Oh no. Okay, I gotta. There it is. I gotta download it. Give me my source files. There we go. You got to see this. Okay, what's going on here? Why is it not? Have you guys updated your Windows lately and seen some of the stupid stuff that it's doing now? It's like ridiculous. There. What do you think of that? How do you like it? Yes, no, maybe. Cool, not cool. Do you like that logo? Right, for like, the morning show thing, right? What do you think? You like it? No? You like it though? For real? I mean, you really do think it's cool? I hope so. I sure hope so. I sure hope she does. Okay, let's do this here. All right, what I'm going to do is close that down here. Okay. I hope she likes it. The question is, will Jess like it? That's exactly it. I really hope and pray she does. Let's do this here. Copy. Let's get some folks up here. There we go. Gonna do the stream a little bit different today because I was not prepared. My computer's acting crazy. I can't change the resolution on this monitor so I can have things open and stuff. Hmm? So if anybody would like to come up and join me, they're more than welcome. Mecha Godzilla, go at it. Cool, cool, cool. The Muppinator. Look out now. Let's see what we got on FishTuber notifications here. Well, Mr. Skipper said he's not streaming tonight at 6 p.m. due to computer being junk. I know that was from like the other day, but it's funny. I had to say it. Okay. I'm trying to find. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Today is Tuesday. And see, I can't. I don't know if I don't even know if some of these folks are still streaming because I'm seeing names up here that don't look familiar anymore. I did have some things bookmarked, but I can't find them for some stupid reason. But I had some stuff bookmarked. It was some fish news actually, like native fish and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, but since I can't find it, I'll save it. I won't ruin it for you. Ugh. You're feeling like pooty poo, huh? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Hope you're feeling better soon. Tennessee Aqua said he would love to come up and join me, but he's waiting for concrete. Story of my life. I'm always waiting for something. Miss Patty, did you get everybody? Are we good now? You got everybody? Just checking. So I'll make sure. But it really is good to see you, Miss Ginger, because we don't get to see you that much. It's really awesome. Everybody like flew in here and I didn't get a chance. So everybody, if I missed you, I'm sorry, but good morning, and it's always a pleasure to see you. Fort Hood. In 8 days, my other son gets married. Oh wow! Way cool. So you're gonna have a busy week next week, huh? The next couple of weeks, actually. All right, on RB. I get it. I get it. So he's now, Miss Lori. Your son is flying in to Fort Hood, or is he flying out of Fort Hood? I'm assuming he's coming back from a deployment, possibly. Is that what I'm understanding? Geek Boy, good morning. Good to see you. That was weird. Because, if you've ever been on StreamYard, normally all the comments and everything come up on StreamYard first, and then they pop up on YouTube. Well, I was sitting here looking at YouTube, and it popped up over here, and it wasn't on here yet on StreamYard. See, and all these comments are popping up right here on YouTube, and now StreamYard is like, boom, and there it was, like chat jumped, whatever, you know what I mean? Galaxy Aqua World, good morning. New face, how are you? Good to see you. Miss Ginger. You know what though? I'm not mad at you. I really not. And I'll tell you why. Because I know that there's like 90% of the people I see here every day, I have to literally go back and check just to make sure. Click, 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 click. Just to make sure I'm subscribed. Because I know how YouTube is. YouTube will unsubscribe you. Just like that. You know what I mean? So I go through it like once or twice a week, and I'll just make sure that I'm subscribed to everybody. It's night in our place, so I'm taking it you're across the pond somewhere. Where you at, Galaxy Aqua World? If you don't mind me asking. Let's see, that would be like Europe, maybe. Oh, he's coming home for 5 days. How awesome is that, Miss Lori? How awesome is that? You know, I I don't know if I could do it. You know, being that uh from India, way cool. One of the guys that I work with, actually one of my really good friends, he's from India. His whole family and his dad is a chef, and he cooks Indian food all the time. So when I am working, because I'm hurt at the moment, but when I am back at work, we usually carpool together, and his dad will make me, because he knows I like hot food, and he'll make me something just I don't know what it's called, but man, is it delicious. I really like Indian food. It's really good. I tried to what's the word? I like to experience foods from all over the world, like Indonesia. Love Indonesian food. Love, love, love Indonesian food. Korean food, Japanese food, love it all. German food, Mexican food, Italian food. Oh, look, see what y'all did? Y'all done got the Zen Ginger all upset. Look at you. But God, I'm trying to remember what but my buddy, oh my God, there's different I don't want to say different kinds, but there's like different areas of India, right? And they all have like their own certain little like name, and I can't remember what he told me. Punjabi. He's Punjabi. Real tall guy. Really great guy though. Thank you, Miss Lori. Thank you a bunch. Your coworker is stuck back in India right now between lockdowns and closures of. Oh man, that's horrible. You know, Geek Boy, it always seems like it's always the good ones. You know what I mean? Never fails. Oh, sure, Lori. Be all polite about it and make me the bad cop. You know how that's how it works, Ginger. The good cop and the bad cop. You know how it is. Well, I went ahead and I pinned the StreamYard link up there. So if anybody wants to come up and say hi or share some information, you're more than welcome. I'm sure we would love to hear what you have to say. As long as you're not the Tic Tac Bandit. And that's just how it goes. Oh, yes. If you haven't done it by now, so I'm glad I have people like Miss Lori here to remind me of things. Dee Dee's Finned In, huh? Miss Dee Dee, how are you?
Hey man, I'm doing good, being I'm awake.
You know what? I can't hear you because
You
I don't
can't
have
hear
my
me?
earbuds in. Give me one
Oh,
second.
morning everybody.
Either that or, either that or my audio is like not good. Uh-oh. What's going on here?
We not good?
Oh, because I have everything muted. Imagine that.
Hey, it might be better.
Now I can hear you. Hey, it's good to finally meet you. How are you?
You too. I guess our paths never crosses. I'm a late night creeper.
I got you. I got you. Got you. Ugh.
I hadn't gotten
So what do
dressed
we
yet
have in
either.
the what do we have in the tank behind you there?
Oh, we have a lot of algae,
Okay.
and we have a lot of dirt that's come through my sand because I have these little worms
Gotcha.
and rainbow fish that I got from
Oh, way cool.
Dan's Fish.
Way
The
cool.
I think my TV volume is up. Okay. So, yeah, I did a dirted tank, but the dirt was underwater that I dug up. And then
I
I
got
capped
you.
it with a couple inches of sand. And then in a day or so, I had all these little looks like little fire ant heels.
Oh wow.
And so you might can see where some of the beginnings, see the lines?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where worms came up. And I guess I don't know what kind of worm. Somebody's told me they look like black worms. But
I
so
got
I
you.
threw some carbenzas in there, and they took care of them. But now I need to suck up all this dirt that's on top of the sand, get it back out,
Gotcha.
and I think I'll be good.
There you go.
But it keeps the water brown because it gets stirred up.
Sure, sure.
But I think all the worms are gone because I don't see any new mounds. So, but
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
this is the first time I've ever had rainbows.
Oh, why? Way cool.
So Pretty interesting little
I've
fish.
never had rainbow fish. Never had rainbow fish.
Well, my
The ones I
water's
really
kind of.
want, I want the uh, they're not rainbow fish, but they're killies. They're clown killies. That's what I want.
Hmm. Hmm.
If I do another like a small type fish like that, that's what I want to do.
Well, I have one killie in another tank.
I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
just
I've always wanted to do clown killies, and of course, you know, I really am. Since Terry introduced me to the firemouth cichlid, I've just been stuck on stupid. I really want to do
yeah.
some firemouth cichlids too. So hopefully
But
one day I'll be able to do that.
I'm not very advanced, so I'm having to do it easy fish at a time.
Oh, that's what you
You
got the
know,
fish fam for.
that's right, absolutely, because I never even heard of rainbows. And
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
did get
rainbow fish are
a
really neat.
one rice fish, a killifish.
Uh huh.
They're in community tank right now, but
Sure, sure. Now, how big of a tank do you have?
this one behind me is a 90. This is my biggest tank.
Gotcha, gotcha,
And the other big tank that I had before that is a 55. And I came
gotcha.
up from 10s to a 55, which is like, I thought I had the biggest tank in the world, that you
Yeah,
would never
right.
need to buy another one. And now 55 is the new 10.
Right, right.
Yeah, you can keep three
No,
fish in a 55 now.
yeah, right, right. I need to get let's see, one, two, three, four. I need to get 475s. That's what I need.
Ooh,
Yep.
well, this
Because
90 is up
I have
kind of high.
right. I got my I have the my flower horns and I have my Oscars. You
Hmm.
know, and my Oscars are good now. I mean, they're good, but I don't want to wait till the last minute to get those tanks for them.
Right.
I'd rather rather than to be able to grow into them instead of going, oh, finally I got place to stretch. I want them to be able to grow into them instead. You know.
Did you see Bob Kaler's little rescue Oscar?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that thing is the cutest.
Oh,
Yeah, the store he
was he
went
have like a
to, I guess they were letting them get killed, basically.
what?
Yeah, just buttholes, and I think it's missing the covering over the eye on one side.
Oh no.
And it took 2 or 3 days before it come out from behind the. It's just a little bitty fella, but
Oh
it's gonna be a pretty fish.
yeah. So I mean, is it a tiger Oscar or red Oscar or?
I don't know the difference. I know it's got reddish spots on it.
That's probably tiger Oscar then.
It's a dark one.
Yeah, he's probably a tiger Oscar then.
But he ended up at the right home, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Bob's a great guy, man, and he
Yeah.
definitely loves his fish. Oh, there it is. Look at see this is why I like having Miss Lori. She already got the video link posted.
Yeah, and he did the initial, and then I think he did an update. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, and it's sad because a lot of these fish stores, you know, they just I don't know if it's the employees that don't care or if it's the actual, you know, box store mentality that they train these people to not care. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that. I just could not. I couldn't do that. You know, it's not what you do. You know,
Well, even probably if you go in there with I want to do the right thing,
right on, Chewy.
because now you've got to make sure you get these floor straps. Make sure maybe it's just never enough, no matter what.
Right.
So I don't know
It's
if I
just I
could
just
work in one.
uh uh if I was gonna work in a pet store, it would have to be one that I owned because I've been into a lot of different pet stores, especially here in the San Antonio area, San Antonio, New Braunfels, Houston, and there's not. Don't get me wrong. There are some killer pet stores in San Antonio and Houston. Really nice, but
Wow.
there's still those other big handfuls of pet stores that, in my heart of heart and God's honest opinion, they have no business selling pets. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like, well, just like this, for instance, Bob Kaler when he rescued that little Oscar. Okay, I've went to my local fish store. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't, they're good people for the most part, but you know, but
Names have been changed to
I've
protect the innocent.
yeah, exactly, and to protect me getting good deals,
Yeah.
but um I walked in there and I've rescued what, three? I think it's three now. A Raphael catfish. Oh no, we lost Miss Deb. I went in there and I've rescued three Raphael catfish. What else did there's other fish that I went in there and just, they'd be half beat up, and then I'll be like, look, what do you want for them? I'll take them. You know, I know like the beta in that tank right there. He's right there actually, right there. He was in a cup. Of course, he's in a cup. That's how most places sell betas. But um, he was deformed, and he just kind of like neglected him. It's like half his face is like kind of caved in, and his eyes like it's just like a scale, like a little scale with a dot. So I'm coming, I'm coming, Miss Dee Dee. But nobody wanted him, and he was like neglected. So I'm like, okay, I'll take him off your hands. What do you want for him? And he was like a $25 beta, and I'm like, I'm not paying that for an animal that you have, abused and neglected. So I said, I told him, I said, look, he's deformed, and I have to feed him. Literally, I have to feed him by hand every day. I have to get the little tweezers out, and give him his little brine shrimp, or not brine shrimp, but like the Mrs. shrimp, or I'll give him, whatever. How you doing, fish box? Good to see you. But I mean, he can't see out of one side, so I have to like get the little tweezers and wave it around by the other side of his face so he'll see it, because otherwise he doesn't even know it's there, So. But I've rescued this. I want to say it's been 3, 4, 7 fish. 7 fish altogether I've rescued from there. From that one pet store. But I've gotten the Raphael catfish that I've gotten was like was two striped Raphael catfish. And we lost Miss Dee Dee again. No. And then here recently, I rescued up a spotted Raphael catfish. Tiago, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Okay, let's try it again. There we go.
I came back with no sound.
But yeah, it's really cool too, because I mean, for one reason or another, these fish might have gotten beat up in an aquarium, or just mistreated, or like Chewy was saying earlier, it's not about the welfare of the fish for a lot of people. It's all about the almighty dollar. So they really don't care, how these fish are treated, or if they're sick or not sick, if they're getting beat up, and it's not fair to the fish. I have 2 spotted and
No, it's
striped
not.
Raphaels. Way cool. But, and like I said, but then you go to some of these places, like there's a few places in San Antonio that I've been to. I live closer to San Antonio than I do Houston. But In San Antonio, there are some just amazing, amazing fish stores there. You know, freshwater and saltwater alike. And they're just, I mean, you walk in and you can just tell, okay, before you even look at the fish, you can just walk in and say, okay, these guys really got their stuff together. You know, these aren't, you can tell they're not a big box store. The mentality isn't like a big box store. You know, these people actually care about what they're doing, you know, and to me, that's paramount, you know, for a good store and for fish, period. Maple Street, how are you? Good to see you. But
I think Zen had
I
asked
wish,
if that was a yellow light or tannins behind me. I
oh,
do
yeah.
have one of those flu ball 3.0s, and I was using the pre-planted setting. And of course, I've got this super duper algae everywhere. So I've turned it down. So I probably do have a lot of yellow light as well as the tannins in the dirt mixture, just to explain.
But
Good
tannins aren't
morning,
always the bad thing.
Russell.
Oh,
Good
no, I'm trying to
morning,
lower my
Russell.
pH.
Yeah, Chewy, what's up, buddy?
I said good morning to you. How are you?
I am fantastic, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I'm just going through my life. Like,
Aren't we
Getting ready to
all?
move.
huh?
Getting ready to move, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It will be nice being on the island again. I love
Oh,
being
way cool.
on the island, you know, like Vancouver Island. Nothing
Yeah.
beats it, you know? The
Right
ocean
on, right on.
air, the ocean air, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
But
Now,
it's more populated than it once was. Okay, I want to get away from humanity as much as possible, but you know what I
Diego, hi.
sure thing, sure thing. Um, but now, where you're moving to, Fishy on, what's up?
where I am.
Isn't that where you're going? Isn't that close to oh God, I
Let's
just
see,
had it on the tip of
Steve
my
Lee.
tongue and I lost it.
I'm very close to Seattle.
Okay. But that's where you're going, is close to Seattle?
Yes, Victoria, Victoria.
Oh, I thought you were going on the east side. You're going on the west side.
I'm gonna be kind of in two spots,
I got you.
generally speaking. Like my cousin runs a facility for the Vancouver Aquarium, kind of a thing. Like he does whale watching
Okay.
on the east side of the island, and Victoria is where I will be teaching.
Way cool. Way cool.
Yes, yes. So while I'm teaching history, you want to have you ever been to a CD release party?
No, I've never been to one. I know what they are, but I've never been to one.
And like I've been at ones where I've worked for the band, but
Right.
the one that I remember where I was not working for the band was way back in 1975 in a
Mm-hmm.
club in Calgary. It seats 400 people, and the band was Heart.
What? Way
Yes,
cool.
just before they went out on tour with Rod Stewart on their
Well,
first
that's
album.
nice.
Now, I saw the band twice. I've only seen them twice. I saw them in the club and I saw them at Edmonton Rock Circus. Both have never been written about.
Oh wow.
You ever heard of the Edmonton Rock Circus?
No, uh-uh.
Eddie Money, Peter Frampton, Hart, Trooper, Streetheart, and Dixon House were the lineup for that show.
Oh wow. Peter Frampton would have been awesome.
60,000 seat arena, like 60,000 football stadium seats, packed. Nobody wrote about it. except for
Well,
local media.
I mean, that's Heart.
Yeah,
You got Heart, Vixen. Yeah, I mean that's gonna, and then you have, like I said, and then you have what's his face, and that's gonna bring in Peter Frampton's gonna bring in a huge crowd. So
exactly. That was during, like, just after his live album that sold millions of copies. Heart,
yes, I remember that
Heart
album.
had 4 albums out then, and it was one of the last shows that Roger Fisher played.
Right.
And that was during the well documented "I'm breaking up with Nancy" scenario where he, like, basically threw his guitar right on stage and was asked
Hmm.
to leave the band. Can you imagine that? The founder of the band being asked to leave?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's sort of like the Fleetwood Mac kind of thing, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of reminds you of Fleetwood Mac, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Oh, I know what I was gonna ask you, Chewy. Golly, I'm getting my paper and my pad out, my pen right now.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
Oh,
I'm serious.
This is study time now.
That's right. Now
study time.
you were saying that you wanted to me, you, and Ed get together about these guppy things. Okay.
And Jess, we've included Jess on it.
And
I
Jess.
made it
Okay.
easy. We can do it on the Aquatic Morning Show. I just
Oh,
need
okay.
date.
Well, that answered my question.
I just need date and time. She said either a Monday or a Tuesday. You got 18 days to fulfill this. I've made
Okay.
myself available for 18 days. Past that,
Okay.
I don't know.
So, okay, hold on. Before I start changing the subject again.
Because as of August, I have to start preparing, teaching my
So
students
yeah, we
how
got
to interview people, and I've got a lineup of guinea pigs for that.
some guinea pigs.
That's right.
So we got 19th and 20th, or the 26th and the 27th. Okay,
Yeah.
so we got 19. I'm gonna write this down too.
So whatever date works for Ed will work for me, but give me notice a little bit ahead of time so that I know that I got to wake up.
Sure, sure.
And if I'm not woken up, I will give you a number in which to call me.
Fantastic. So what I'll do then is I'll email Jess today after the show, and I'll let her know that these are the dates we have available. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to work on it with Ed. See if we can't get
Because
in touch with Ed.
I'm looking at it like I'll work around Ed's schedule for those 18 days. Past that, then I can't guarantee nothing.
Right. No, that's cool. That's cool. So I'll just get with Ed, and then we'll try to set something up. I just want to, because I want to get it done ahead of time. That way, we're not trying to scramble and get it done and yada yada yada. You know. What I mean?
And all of my teaching videos tend to have certain, shall we say, links to people in the fish fan.
Oh, how awesome was that?
Okay, now we all know about Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics and
Winston Pratt, how are you? Good morning.
his car kind of thing. Well, I took that car idea, and it's easy for me to say, hey, I went to this concert. Now get a load of this. I went to see Heart in the Mustang. I did not get to go to see Heart in the Barracuda. That would have been icing on the cake.
World's smallest fish room. How are you?
Right? You see where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
And music go hand in hand.
Right.
Right? Like old muscle cars back in the 80s.
Yeah, I wish I still had some of my old cars.
Yeah. So what I do on Sundays is basically a show for him that way. Sometimes it might include footage of something fishy too, or something close to fishy. Okay.
Right.
Like, have you ever been to the West Edmonton Mall?
No.
Hi, Dan,
Kenny E,
again.
good morning.
West Edmonton Mall has got a hockey arena in it. It's where the
Oh, wow.
Edmonton
Hi, Kenny.
practice.
Hello, it's you.
Okay. It's got
Way
3
cool.
hotels in it. It's got 9 nightclubs in it. It has got a shark pool in it, and it also has got a sea lion.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Not your everyday mall.
No, this is
Yeah.
second largest mall in North America. There's one in Minnesota that's bigger now, but when it
Yeah.
was built, it was the largest mall in North America. I spent a lot of time there. I used to watch the Oilers practice there
Right.
in the 80s, right? So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're playing at a club nearby. Let's go watch the Oilers practice, right?
Right on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So have you got your radio links hooked up on this yet, or
You know what? Kind of running into. It's not going to be really radio. It's going to end up being. I think it's going to end up being more of a podcast.
Yeah,
You know, it's not going to be actual radio.
I
It'll
think
be
you're
a
better
podcast.
off
Maybe
podcasting
straight-
it, recording it, and taking out snippets of it. And
I
doing
believe so.
editing work yourself, because
believe so.
live is a nightmare.
Yeah, I think so. So that's what that's what I, in my opinion, that's the way I'm kind of leaning towards. You know,
But a podcast can also be put on radio. It's just that you're
Rocco. Hold on, Rocco.
pre-recording
Tell
it
me.
and doing it that way, right?
Yeah,
That
I
would
think
be
that's what's going to
probably
end up
the
happening.
easiest baby step.
Right. So, World's Smallest Fish Room says, Rocco, tell me, how many fish tanks do you have? And what is your favorite fish? And so on. And I will tell you, I have 20 aquariums right now. My favorite, okay, is it favorite? I'm assuming it's favorite fish that I have or my favorite fish altogether. Because that's two different fish. Because my favorite fish, I don't have tanks that big.
Which is what?
I want a silver arowana. Either silver arowana or an Asian arowana. That's what I would love to have. That's like my favorite fish, all the time fish. Rico Stan, good to see you, my friend. But my favorite fish that I have, my favorite fish that I have, it's kind of hard to say. I have a male and a female flower horn, and I think flower horns are so
That's
cool.
what I
And when
say.
when I first saw the flower horn, I thought, what in the world is that mutated, ugly thing? You know? And the more I sat there and looked at him, I was like, I'm kind of digging this fish all of a sudden, you know? So I really like them. But then, it comes in, and I don't want to say a close second, but right up there with the flower horn, I love Oscars, man. I think they're great. And then I also dig the Texas cichlid too. So I mean, they're all really cool fish.
You're right, Rico. He could do some character acting easy enough with that. Talking about you, Rocco, having some monocles to go with your mustache.
A monocle.
Lots of cool fish.
I say, dear boy.
Look like the guy from Monopoly.
Right.
Lots of
It
cool.
does not. The guy from Monopoly. Does the guy from Monopoly have hair?
I don't know.
I don't think
Under
he
the
has
hat.
hair, does he?
I don't think so either. He always just has the top hat.
Right. He's always got the top hat. Yeah. So I suppose if I made this come to a little point like this, I could be the Monopoly man.
Yeah, we have to change his name to Monopoly.
Have you ever heard of the bluefin killie fish?
The bluefin killifish? No, I have not.
That is a
Let's check it.
local killifish. There's only 3 in the genus.
Okay.
Two of them are in the U.S. and one in Mexico. The one in Mexico is considered a
Oh,
vulnerable species.
wow.
Yes.
The
Those are
bluefin,
really neat.
they're like a little dace. They're more similar to a dace than a killifish, and they've got a beautiful blue fin.
Bateson, they might be out of the same DNA pool, maybe.
It's a small species of fish in the top minnow family. It's native to southeastern United States, but it has been introduced to California, Texas, and North Carolina.
Yep.
That is a neat looking little fish.
Little 1.5 inch fish.
Those are really neat. And they're supposed to be introduced to Texas. I'm going to have to find out where. I'll go try to get the seine net out and go catch some.
That's right. That's right. But their relative in Mexico is heavily endangered. Paul Loisel has done a lot of work in cichlids, but he's also done a lot of work in puffish.
Thanks, Sen. I appreciate that.
He was the head ichthyologist for the whole puffish family from your government.
Right on, right on.
Okay.
Now you said that there's some from Mexico. Now I'm looking at 4 pictures here. Hold on, let me just go look at all these pictures. I'm looking at some of these, and I'm seeing that some of them, and I don't know if it's a male female thing, because like I said, I don't know anything about killifish.
I will get you a link to the other species.
Gotcha. Because I'm looking at these ones here, and I'm seeing some of them. They're all the top fin and the anal fin are all blue, and they got that black outline. But I'm also seeing some that have red spots in the blue. Now, is that like a male female thing, or is that like a different fish?
What you are looking at, so I can't tell you.
All I just Googled it.
Yes.
Let me see here. It's a very interesting conversation, by the way.
Rocco, you could have been I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm always open to learn about new fish, you know what I mean? I just think it's just the coolest thing ever. But let's see here. There we go. Share screen. This one. Right there. Yeah, now see right here, this one has like red blotches in it. Is that just because of maturity? And that one, see that one there has red blotches in it. That one's got red blotches. Is that because of maturity, or is that from like a different area where they come from, or what's the reasoning? Is it just because they get older and they get that?
I think that it's just often on poor photography.
I got you. How you doing, S? Good to see you. And there was somebody else I wanted to say hi to, Kenny. Easy does it, buddy. How you doing?
Okay, I'm
Bateson. Good to see you too, buddy.
I posted the link to the other species. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
It is. I'm not even going to mention. I'm not Mexican, so I can't pronounce it. Okay. They're only available in a small little creek locally by the same name.
Okay.
Quatras. I'm not going to attempt it. Here, I'll copy it.
Now you know how we feel.
Si, senor, si.
I can pronounce Latin easier than Mexican.
Yeah. So I can pronounce Spanish.
I posted.
I can't pronounce either one, so.
Yeah.
And I'm with the Spanish woman, so.
So did you see the picture, Rocco?
No. I'm getting ready to.
It's YouTube. It's a beautiful, beautiful killifish.
Big Tank Hank, sorry.
Big Tank Hank. What is up, buddy?
I got the Rico stand, get it backwards issue.
I do that a lot.
But yes, the bluefin killifish is a nice little nano type of fish. Small tank.
I really don't know much about killies. That's the bad thing.
I began
Oh,
studying them from the aspect of North America.
poor little Oscar. I'm looking at that video that Bob Kaler put up with the rescue Oscar.
Isn't
Poor
that just
little,
so sad?
poor little buddy. God, that's
Poor little
killing me.
thing, his little feelings have been hurt.
I mean, that's just like pulling at my heartstrings right there.
Yeah, I mean, even I was like, oh, I never thought of a fish having feelings quite like that.
Well, yeah. They have
I mean,
personalities just like humans do. I don't care what scientists tell you.
you get used to the ones you have, but you don't usually notice that in another tank when somebody's just showing
Right.
you stuff.
Right.
But he captured that pretty good. Speaking of fish fam, did you see that Rico Stan's made some progress on his outdoor pond?
I did see that.
Looks really good.
Right? So I'm gonna tell you like this, Rico. When you're done there, buddy, I have a backyard that needs a pond too. So why don't you come on down here and I'll cook some barbecue and and you just bring your crew and we'll put in a pond back here.
Big Tank Hank, I hope everything comes out good for her.
Oh no. Hopefully it's just an in and out kind of thing, buddy. I appreciate you, letting us know. We'll be praying for her.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't get to see his and Drew's stream because Jess was on at the same time, she and Chubbs. But I had it on the
Rico.
TV, and I was watching them laugh, so I forgot to watch it.
You're bad. Rico.
Rico,
buddy, I think you're really awesome, dude, and all. But there ain't nobody playing with my backyard. I was talking about literally the backyard of my house.
Nobody's digging in dirt with you.
Silly boy. You're silly boy. That's cool, Big Tank. That's a good thing.
Jimmy P.
I know. My girl, because my girl is diabetic. Okay, and she gets like these eye bleeds every once in a while, and she'll just be sitting there all of a sudden, it'd be like all wavy inside her eye. And it happened again the other day, man. And it scared the living. And and the thing about it is, when it could be something so simple, so easy to fix. You know what I mean? You go to the doc, bam, 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 you're good. You go home, everything's gravy, right? But I don't care, man. That's my girl, and it scares the hell out of me, man. I mean, we might fight and we might argue and this, that, and the other, but by God, I'll be the one to fight and argue with her, but nobody else better do it. But man, if something ever happened to her, I don't know what I'd do.
I think everybody has to have words every once in a while.
Oh yeah, man. And if you don't, man, I mean, that's great. But it's either one of two things: either you're faking it to make it, or you really do just get along that great, and hopefully it's not the latter. Or I mean, it's not being a fake. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's because you really do get along that great. But
John McKenzie slipped in.
yeah, diabetes does suck, and and I know if I don't start eating right, I'm going to end up getting there too. And unfortunately, some people are just born with it, or they just kind of hereditary.
They said Rico Stan's been married 30 years. He said they rarely fight, but after 30 years, you're almost the same person.
Thank you.
You're so well connected. You know what the other one's basically thinking. Just
good morning, 3G.
Magic that comes.
Yeah, man.
Barbara.
And you know what? I mean, in my opinion, I think a good argument's healthy for a relationship, man, because it's getting things out on the table that, most people are like, oh, well, whatever, just blah, Well, don't hold that crap in, man. Don't hold that crap in. You got to let that go, Let it go. Get it out in the open and fix it and get on with it,
Some people are better communicators than others. And,
yeah.
and like Rico has showed us, he's an excellent communicator. So I
Right.
could see where it'd be real easy to get along with him because he's just easy person to
Yeah, I
get
mean
along with.
that's the thing. I'm easy to get along with, but you start being bullheaded towards
Reggie?
me, and that's it. I'm done. I will unload. you know,
So
if you're gonna be in a if you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, it has to be a give and take. You know, it has to
Yes.
be. It has to be. You know, and that's one thing I had to say that makes me mad when people say, "Oh, it's a 50-50 thing." By God, it better not be 50-50. It better be 100% from each person. It better not be no 50% from this person and 50% from that person.
Big
It better be
boy.
100% from both. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if each person's not putting in 100%, then there's an issue, you know?
oh.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah?
And you
Yeah.
have to know somebody through all the seasons, through a high point in their life and a very low point in their life to really know them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you meet somebody, it's all good. You
Oh,
first
yeah, it's
stop,
always good.
nice dates, this, happy, go, let's have a great
Sure.
time. And then, bam, when the rug gets pulled out, you may see a side of a person you don't like. You may like that person, but you may also see a completely different person.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, time tells everything, does it not, Deborah?
Absolutely. Sure does.
Absolutely.
I get to see my girlfriend. Get a load of this. Once I get back to Victoria, I get to see my girlfriend from 1981.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
wow. And
She'll
y'all,
be
have y'all
rolling up on the
kept in touch?
doorstep.
You know what
Hey,
I'm
baby. Nice to see you.
saying? Where you
Uh,
been?
our relationship was not kind of full time, shall we say,
Right. Right.
Gotcha.
because she was a singer for a rock band. Like
Uh-huh.
she sings like a guy. Like she's got like a husky voice.
Gotcha.
Okay, so she covered a lot of like metal
Kenny.
kind of bands like Wasp, that type of band. She
CBP, I
sung,
think most of us are better as we get older.
Natural Aquariums. Good morning. Good
so
to
it
see
will
you.
be
Good to see you.
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be
Jimmy
fun for
P,
you.
what's up? I didn't even notice he was here, man. That's horrible. I am so bad.
You're married now, aren't you, Chewy?
No,
Oh, I thought you were.
no, I lost my wife in a fire.
Oh, sorry. Man.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
How long ago has that been?
12 years ago, 13 years ago. I would
Rico.
have had a 13-year-old daughter. I
Oh, so you
lost
lost a baby
Oh.
too.
lost my dog. The dog took me out first.
Uh-huh.
Dog ran back in and not seen again. I was in the shower when all of a sudden there was a big bang at the door. All the lights went out.
Sharpie, what's up?
The dog came and got me and dragged me out of there up a flight of stairs. Like I couldn't walk at that time.
Oh, you could not walk?
Mm-mm. I was in an accident about 6 years prior to that. A drunken driver ruined my career.
Oh, man.
Yep.
That's why they preach don't drink and drive, just because
Yep.
of things like that.
Yep. Traveling home on a train, on a sea train in Calgary, drunken driver came out of the same area of that nightclub that Hart played at, going down the wrong way, and smashed right into the train. I went flying.
No, I won't drive if I've had one drink. It's just not worth it to me.
Right on.
3
Kenny said he's been with Danny for 32 years.
Yep.
Can you say congratulations? Hell yeah. That's awesome.
You see Geek Boys 11:25 a.m. Bubblehead
How
doll.
about
Yes,
right?
dear.
Did
No,
you
dear.
see
Yes, dear.
right? How about
Of
what
course,
My
dear.
Fish Tank Aquatic said? The best John Goodman line ever. Happy wife, happy life.
That's true.
Boy, that is
That
very true.
very, very, very true.
Right
Well, if your
on.
husband isn't happy, it's not very happy either, though.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
planning on moving to Italy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We're at in Italy.
Um, Milan,
Milan.
Milan, Italy, just outside of
Hi,
Milan.
Ryan.
Right on.
Because
I'm always a designated driver too, so I know what you're talking about.
I want to go to.
my wife was a lawyer. So
Say that again.
my wife was a lawyer.
Oh wow, way cool.
Yeah.
That's way cool.
Corporate and not criminal, corporate and marriage was her thing.
Gotcha.
Congratulations, John.
Yeah.
I know my brother-in-law. He's into catastrophic loss. He's a lawyer too.
In today's time, it does count. It's different. It's different time schedules. You're right. You get credit for 32. It's only 19.
Right. Sounds like the Army. You served so many years active duty, and you finished out your time in the reserve, but we're only going to give you, if you serve 10 years in the reserve, we're only going to give you 5 years of time that you served. So now you got to do another 10 years to get that other 5 years that you need. It's like, no. I seen so many guys get screwed over like that. And I was like, nah, that ain't going to happen to this guy. Sorry. Why is my phone blowing up? I'm getting all these posts about fish tube and stuff. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Give me one moment.
And fish tube. Might run into some of the same people.
Yeah. I mean, it's like all kinds of different stuff I'm getting. My better half texted me, so I
Going back
better
to
text her
local
back.
fish stores, we have like a PetSmart, and then we have a couple of small. I guess one of them's a franchise, and the other one is a completely family owned. But they do have a small store. However, they used to have this great big fish in a tank, and it looked probably, I'm gonna say it was like a 20 long, and the fish was so long in the tank, I know it never could turn around. It always just swam in one spot, and just kind of hovered, the water. And I would say that it needed at least a 90-gallon to be able to turn around. But I was glad to see somebody bought that poor thing.
Yeah. And just so y'all know,
Jen, Chewy had a friend with benefits. You don't have to put up with them.
Pet Supplies Plus. It's a flash sale.
Didn't get it.
Play on litter is now 2 for $20 until 7/18. $17.50 or 35-pound pails.
Hi, Scott.
So if you need some kitty litter, there you go. Pet Supplies Plus has some on sale right now. I just got the text message.
We don't have one of those stores anywhere near us.
Yeah, it's a nice store. I dig it. And the thing of it is, a lot of them I've noticed lately are kind of steering away from the fish stuff, and they're going more towards just cats and dogs and birds and stuff like that. But Scott's Aquatics, good morning. How are you? But I noticed our store is still carrying a lot of fish, so I'm pretty happy. Kitty glitter. Well, that's something that I was working on, and I just couldn't get the
Oh,
cats to stay still enough for me to try it on them. So it just, kind of fell through.
ask Kenny. He probably knows all about how to. Yeah, he's a glitter king.
So you have how many Raphael catfish?
I have 3 now.
Don't put anything small with them, okay?
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They tend to be very predatory.
Mine have been actually really cool. I believe it or not, I put them in my goldfish tank, and because I feed my goldfish pellets, and after a while the pellets will fall down to the bottom, and boy, those catfish will come out.
I wouldn't worry about that, but
Yeah, the catfish come right out and just devour all the food that the cat or the goldfish don't eat. So I think it works out pretty good.
yeah, yeah, they're great catfish, but it's just don't put anything small with them.
Oh no, they'll be gone.
They're actually my favorite South American catfish. Actually,
They're cool. They're cool. I like them. Cause I have 2 striped and one spotted.
the next would be Pictus, Pimladella pictus.
Right.
Yeah, nothing that gets too big.
600 new tanks. My store
Wow.
has like 12 tanks. 12.
Biggest catfish I owned was a Synodontis angelicus. Are you familiar
And that
with
gets the Synodontis angelicus. That gets actually pretty good size.
that? Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, it gets like 2 foot, doesn't it?
No, about 12.
Or am I thinking of a different fish?
You're thinking of a different fish. This one gets to be about a foot long, just under a foot.
Still a good sized catfish.
But it makes a great catfish if you can't find a catfish for a Malawi tank.
Uh-huh.
It's actually from the Congo River.
Right on.
Okay, I had it in my Malawi tank because it was the only catfish that would survive a beating from Mbuna.
Uh-huh.
They would pick on plecos. They would pick on every other type of catfish.
Right. Oh no, my fish tanks. That sucks. One is about to close. Well, you know what though? If they're closing down, it might be a good opportunity to go pick up some of their equipment, some of their tanks and stuff like that. Might get a chance to pick up some really good stuff that they're using for their shop, and maybe you could pick it up for a pretty good deal. I know there's a. I mean, I tell you what, if I had the money, I'd have probably came home and been kicked out. But the LSF that I like to go to in San Antonio is called Polly's Pets. Real good group of people.
Oh yeah, I've heard you talk about them before.
Yeah, great folks in there. I've met one of the owners. Just wonderful people, and they redid. When you walk in, you have like the cash registers. You go back this way, and it's got like all your fish stuff, and then you got dog food, cat food. But you kind of go in and go off to the corner like a little bit to the right, and they got this huge fish room in there, and it's divided. Salt on one side and fresh fish on the other side, and they redid the whole place. They redid all the tanks. Everything has been all redone, and it is beautiful. It's beautiful. So what they did is they put all new tanks in, and they took the old ones out, and they had them sitting in one of the little aisles in there. Like a big aisleway in there by where they have like their live birds and everything. But they had you could go in there and you could buy those old tanks. But the only thing is they were all drilled, and I'm like, that cut it out for me. I don't want a drilled tank. I mean, I don't mind if I had the equipment for a drilled tank, but I just don't have the stuff for a drilled tank. If I would love to have a sump, a big sump and all that, but I just don't. I don't have the money or the time for it, to do it.
You know, my favorite group of catfish actually are the synodontists, and the microsynodontists that are coming out of the west uh, region of Africa are
Mm-hmm.
actually pretty amazing little catfish that you could keep with like tetras from that river
Oh
system.
wow, really?
Like they
That's
only
got to be a
grow like
pretty large tetra, though.
inches. No, they only grow to 2 inches. These
And the
little
catfish won't
micro,
eat them.
these little microsynodontists only
Mm.
grow to 2 inches. So if the
Oh,
tetra
okay.
is like a Congo tetra,
Oh yeah, they're way safe then.
they're like way safe.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tetras of that area would be real safe with that catfish.
Right
Real
on.
safe. Unless they're like a 1 inch fish, but a 2 inch catfish eating a 1 inch fish, that would be quite a feat. That mouth would have to be pretty big, and I don't think it's
Yeah,
that big. Dan's Fish has got some
you had
micro
to be like a
cigarettes.
gulper catfish or something.
No, that's a different story.
I
I
don't
don't
like them
like
either.
catfish bigger than 6 inches. That's generally how I am.
Right.
Okay, like I'm not like the big monster catfish guy. I
Hi,
would rather
Take
Daniel.
care, RB.
have tiger fish. I would rather have
Daniel Velez. Good morning,
tiger
sir.
fish than a monster catfish any day.
Right.
Any day.
Right, Sharpie. Well, Brian from Detroit Shrimp showed a video of his big gulper catfish eating some
Uh huh.
tilapia yesterday.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
he
wow.
ate the whole thing, shoved it down his throat.
That
There
see.
is cold controls. Those catfish get all of his fish calls.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you can't keep them in with anything else, can you? That's not a whole lot bigger, can you?
No, no, that's the thing with monster fish. You got to keep them with fish that they can't get in their mouth or fish that they can't hurt.
Dang, Kenny.
So you're
Really?
basically limited to either getting a really big tank or having just one. And the one that I
Right.
would choose is actually the spotted tigerfish from um, the Lake Tanganyika. Believe it or not, there's a tigerfish that is like competitive with the Goliath tigerfish that lives in Lake Tanganyika. Think of what it eats and how many baby cichlids end up being fry food.
Right.
What happened? There we go. Okay.
The apex predator of Lake Tanganyika is the fish I would want as my monster.
And you said it was a spotted tigerfish. Is that what you called it?
Spotted tigerfish.
I have to check that out. Interesting. Interesting. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:41 already. Holy cow. Time flies when you're having fun. So Kenny says, we're going to be upgrading the fish house when we're done. We will have no tanks under 30 gallons. Tired of changing all the smaller tanks, water, and need to upgrade to 300 gallons on big cichlids. Well, Kenny, I tell you what, when you get rid of some of those old tanks you can bring them down here to me. I could use some.
Rocco, look in the chat, like behind the
Uh-huh.
scenes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did, I did a video on the spotted tigerfish and the start of the family. There's like 5 identified species, and there's several more that they are finding.
Oh, okay. I know this fish.
Okay, and The Goliath tigerfish is its relative, the one that Jeremy Wade caught out of the Congo. Well,
Yes.
next biggest species in the family. The Goliath only lives in the Congo River. This spotted one lives in rivers and Lake Tanganyika. Any river system that came out of Lake Tanganyika, except for the Congo, the spotted is in.
Jenny Lynn.
Way cool. Jenny Lynn, good morning. Good morning.
Well, I don't know how anybody does 300 gallons. This 90 gallons just about killed me to get the dirt up in there.
Try
I had to get up on a ladder.
Try 1,000 gallon.
I kudos to everybody that maintains lots of big tanks.
Try 1,000 gallon. I had to do that.
I want to get rid of all these 10-gallon tanks that I have. Not that 10s are bad, you know. Well, I should say I want to get rid of all of them. I wouldn't mind keeping just maybe a couple of them, you know. But I really would like to get 20 longs instead. Get some 20-gallon long tanks, and then like I got two 20 regulars. I have what was it?
Alashon.
Actually, the larger the tank, the less problems you have.
Right, exactly.
It's just cleaning a larger tank is a little bit harder when you have to jump in like LRB does at Ohio Fish Rescue to clean the glass.
Right. I have 9 10-gallon tanks. I need to get rid of these
10 gallons too.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love a 10-gallon tank, right? They're great for guppies and breeding cories and stuff like that. But I want to get, I'll get more into the breeding plecos and stuff like that. And it's kind of hard to do that in a 10-gallon tank. You know what I mean?
I have mine on a PVC system where I only have to, work from one tank to do water changes.
Right.
Which, but you can't do that with a whole lot of the fish I've had for a long time.
Sure. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Home Depot and I'm going to buy me just a small stick of PVC pipe. Go on Amazon, and I'm going to find me a submersible pump. Instead of because I don't have a python. I mean, I have a siphon. I got the little bulb on there, and it'll siphon it all out. But man, how much more awesome would it be if I could just stick a thing over top, like a little hook over top with a hose that ran outside, plugged it in, hit the switch, and just sump pump this stuff right out.
Well, that's what I do. I've got one of those little $20 power heads I bought from Co-op and hook it on a 50-foot clear line so I can see if I have any problems. And I'll just run it up the door.
Yep.
And it does fast enough. And plus, I can hang the tubing down as low as I want it to drain, and I don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
And I put a little pre-filter over the little intake, and I don't have to worry about anything getting caught up in it.
See, I was just going to take a piece of pantyhose and flip it over the.
Well, you can do that too, but I bought some from Corey, and so they're easy enough just to pop on.
Right. I try to do everything on a budget. If I can make it myself, build it myself, repurpose something, that's what I'll do.
Well, I'm one of them kind of people too.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I grew up. I wasn't a rich kid growing up by any means. You know what I mean? I worked my tail off for everything I got, But that's what I want to do. Then I thought, too, if I take that J-tube like that and I can suck water out of the tanks, right? Because I get my water right next to this wall right here is my bathroom. I'll fill the dang bathtub up and stick it down, stick that thing under, just zoop, pump it right out to the tank. Why not? It'd be easy, you know. All I gotta do is just put the dechlorinator in there, and you know, not all dechlorinator is good, but that's why I like Prime, because Prime, to me, Prime is probably the safest, in my opinion, the safest dechlorinator that's out there.
That's the one I use. It's just easy for me.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing of it is, if you like, for me, I'll drain, you know, like the whole top shelf. I'll drain them to where, you know, do like a water change, right? And then I'll just take the Prime and bloop, 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 bloop. You drop them in. It's like, oh crap, did I do that tank or not? I don't remember if I did that tank. Oh well, bloop. You don't have to worry about overdosing with Prime. You can put dang near a whole bottle in there and probably wouldn't do much, you know, as far as damage to your fish. Now I wouldn't go trying it, but I'm saying, you know, from what I've read about Prime, Prime is a pretty safe dechlorinator that doesn't really mess with it, you know.
Yeah,
Exactly,
you have to
Sharpie.
overdose a lot.
Exactly.
I listen to
On
what
Prime.
everybody's saying to make it. I'll show you a DIY I did. I had 3 10-gallon tanks, and at the time I didn't have this room. I just had what was underneath my TV wall, like an old
Uh huh.
fireplace.
Uh huh.
So I had to keep everything in a footprint. But I built this cabinet type thing.
Uh huh.
Can you, I can't see what you're seeing. Can you see the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
anyways? And I made it so we could sit on it and stuff too, and use it as a seat.
I'll be damned. Looky there.
But talking about DIY, you
How
see I've got
cool is that?
my tubes right down here.
Yeah.
So they, it's like 30 gallons of water, but I have little. I took some plastic canvas and glued up inside the tube because the betters were going to visit each other, and I do have a boy in here,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
had to, keep. She would beat up on the other girl, and he would be wherever,
Oh.
and then he'd go back home. It's like I've had enough of you two. I'm going back home.
Right.
So I had to stop him. But I've got a power head in the end tank, and it brings the water back up to the first tank, and then it circulates through these PVCUs or whatever they call them.
Right. Right.
But when I do my water changes and all, I have one heater in the whole system. It's in the front one where the water comes in, but I always
Uh
check
huh.
my temperature in the middle tank. I check my
Ah,
parameters in the
gotcha.
middle tank and everything, so
Hmm.
it's easy. And then
How
I
cool is
fixed this
that?
so it's got a 2x4 that rests on this. So
Uh
that
huh.
2x4 carries the weight, and I've got these braces. So when you set it
Way
down,
cool.
I don't know. We've had 3 or 4 people sitting on it, no problem.
That's pretty cool. I dig that. That's awesome.
But it started with a 2x4 rack that held my 55, and then I enclosed it and all that mess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh no,
Nothing.
we're gonna
I'll
get
change
rain
something in a
again.
heartbeat. If I see something that's like, oh, that's so cool. I learn a
Right?
lot watching from everybody.
That me too. Me too. Since I've been on YouTube and you know and hanging out with all the fish nerds and stuff like that, and you know, Mr. Kaler, how you doing, Bob? Good to see you, my friend. Lies, all lies. Safe is where it's at, and it's called safe for a reason.
Thank you,
I've never
Bob.
used safe. I've never used it. I gotta check that out. I will definitely check that out. So I mean, safe is actually a dechlorinator. Then that's what I'm understanding. I've never used it, so that's why I'm asking. I've never used it. I've used Prime, never had a problem with Prime, so I just kept using it. You know what I mean?
I've got some of this that I ordered. Haven't used it yet.
Powdered Prime, powdered Prime. Hmm.
I try to support more people and switch up and buy a little something here and there from everybody
Right.
as I can.
Right. Safe is the dry version of Prime. Safe is much cheaper.
Oh,
Safe is just Prime basically in powder form. Well, I'll be damned.
well,
Well, I'm
who sells that?
learn something new. It's excuse me, it's Seachem.
Okay.
So it's basically
Well,
Prime. It's just powder form of Prime. Way cool. I'm digging it. Now
so
I'm
the
gonna go
shipping
over.
comes from all the liquid.
You're getting me in trouble because now I'm going to Amazon.
Yeah, I guess I have to get a notepad too.
I'm gonna go to Amazon and check this out. And it can be used on marine saltwater tanks as well. How cool is that? Oh man.
Yeah, I've learned you have to
My
keep a
shoulder's
notepad close
kicking
by.
my butt. I got one right here. Okay, you call it C Chem Safe. That's what you call it, right? Safe? Let's see. Okay, way cool. Digging it. In general, Seachem Prime is better for dosing smaller tanks, as you can get an accurate amount with the 50 milliliter. One scoop. Okay, for Seachem Safe, one scoop from the 50-gram container will treat 50 gallons. Wow. So if you have a smaller tank, you have to carefully divide the dosage amount from the included scoop. Too easy. I'm down. I'm down like 4 flat tires, everybody. Yeah, look here. Seachem Safe 250 grams is 8.8 ounces for $11.33. Yes, it is very much cheaper than Prime. Like $5 cheaper. And you figure $5 over the long haul, that's a lot of money. Dosing is critical, absolutely. I agree.
And if it stinks, you know you're getting the good stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And if it smells funky, you know you got some good Seachem Prime or good Seachem Safe. Yeah, I'll check that out, man. Most definitely.
Wow.
I'm digging it.
Did you see that Lori said a quarter teaspoon will treat 300 gallons?
What? Of Safe? Really? Holy sheep, what?
Well, and I guess for these people that's got
Right.
40 tanks
So-
or so, you know, you really got to pay attention to
Yeah, exactly.
get the most for your money.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Because, like I said, if I start getting rid of some of these 10-gallon tanks and start replacing them with 30s and 40s, you know, and then getting rid of some of the other ones and getting 75s or 65s, whatever, that I think the Seachem Safe would be the way to go. You know, personally, I think that would definitely be the way to go.
Plus, it lets
Yes,
you practice
exactly,
to be the little
exactly, Bob.
chemist.
Right? Well, see, what you could do is just get 50 gallons worth of water, treat it, and then pump it out of that into your tanks.
Well, Bob says you can't do that. What did he say? I thought I read that.
And depending upon your bioload of your aquarium, it cuts down
Yes.
on the amount of water changes too. The bigger
Yeah.
the size of tank.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He says you can't mix it and save it as a liquid like you, I guess, like you have a bottle of Prime.
It says on the label you can't make Prime.
Yeah.
So if you're using Safe, okay, so if you use Safe, Seachem Safe, and you do, so you have a 50-gallon tub, and you fill that up, and you put enough safe in there to treat 50 gallons, you can't take that 50 gallons of treated water and pump it into your tanks?
You can do that.
You do that, but you can't make a bottle of it up and save it. Like next week, I'm gonna
Oh,
do.
no.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
saying,
can't make your homemade
As long as
prime.
that water is filtered, you can do that. You know, like current air, you know, like filtration.
right.
As long as you keep that water oxygenated, it's like a fresh water change
Yes, yes.
Right.
because
Then
you
you can
have
dump it in
not
your tub and then
exposed
pump
it
it.
to any other biological means to change that composition. No nitrate should be hitting it.
Sure. Man, I can't believe it. It's almost 11 o'clock already. Holy cow.
So I guess we learned something for sure today. We learned about safe, and I know
Absolutely.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
pretty cool.
I didn't know anything. Honest to God, I didn't know anything about safe. And I like to say that, I research a lot of things, and I guess I don't research as much as I thought I did, but I never knew anything about safe.
So you need to get some
I've
micro
seen it.
measuring spoons. That's something else. I don't have very big
So
tanks.
to treat 50 gallons, you need 1/6 of a quarter teaspoon. Holy Christ.
You
So
got some
so
itty bitty
safe so
spoons.
safe so safe really is like
Cheap.
it's cheaper, but it's like super concentrated. That's what it sounds like.
Exactly. So you're not only saving it that way, it's also the amount of, like Bob is pointing out, how much
Yeah.
he uses. So how big is that in comparison?
Yeah, it's
You know,
exactly. Yeah.
so it's cheaper than your $5. It's a lot cheaper. It's a lot more economical.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, it's $5
Plus,
cheaper,
you're not stacking up all them
you
plastic
know,
bottles.
to buy it, and then on
The
top of that
savings on
savings,
top
you're
of
going to be
that.
saving a
Okay.
bunch on top of that because you're not going to buy it as often.
Exactly.
Geek boy, I used to be in the Fritz camp, and I'm from Texas, and Fritz is a Texas owned company, a Texan owned company, but for personal reasons, I will not buy Fritz. Now I'll just
But
leave it at
yes,
that.
you could treat 50 gallons of water and aerate it and all of that sort of stuff. And it's just like you putting it in prime and doing the exact same thing for
Still
them.
no Sharpie.
Right. Well, like
It's
it's like it's
the same thing.
just like the people the review said from CChem. In general, CChem Prime is better for dosing smaller tanks, but if you have large tanks, safe is definitely the way to go.
Right.
So,
People
but
have
the
small,
pinch the pinch method seems to be very popular and it seems to be working very well for people. So,
but the people with small tanks, they're aiming that as at the general crowd of maybe having one or two tanks, not something
right,
that has got like a fish room that would pre-filter 50 gallons of water
right,
at a
right.
time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sure, you might have a 10-gallon tank,
Hi,
but
Melvin.
how many of those 10-gallon tanks do you have?
Exactly.
That's the point. That's the point.
Exactly. So if you've got a guppy room full of 50 10-gallon tanks, darn right you're going to be using safe.
Right. Absolutely.
This
Good
is
morning,
very
Melvin's
interesting.
Reef. How are you? But that's something
Melvin,
definitely I'm going to check into today, as a matter of fact.
Melvin has a new time slot.
Uh-oh, look out now. Wow, he's been using the same 250-gram tub of safe for 2.5 years, and he still has plenty left in it. Wow.
Yeah, sort of says it right there, doesn't it?
That's enough for me. I'm gonna let's see here. Come on, see Kim, see.
Oh, does anybody else have any cool items to share?
Right?
It don't take much to get
Okay.
us excited, does it?
No, because I'm a fish nerd. Fish nerd.
I had my cousins over the other day, and they had to listen to all the fish videos that we have on the morning show.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And of
So
course,
250
Roxanne's, I want to
grams,
buy more snails
8.8,
now.
8.8 ounces for $11. That's not bad.
Well, Geek Boy, you'll have to show us because your setup is pretty cool already.
Right? There we go. Cool. I just bought some safe. It'll be here tomorrow. Can't auto dose with powder, you're right. I will say this though for Prime that like I said I've been using Prime for quite a while. I like it just because of the fact it's simple. You know,
So it
it's
follows the
very
KISS
simple.
method.
Yep, exactly. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
That's just
we conjured her up. Look who's here.
oh Lord. Snails. Snails, 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 snails. How you doing, Miss Foxy? Good to see you. She doesn't have a
I think
problem.
YouTube conjures people.
I think so. I
Talk
think
about
so.
them; they will come.
That's right. That's right.
Jess,
Way cool. Yeah, Jess, where you at, girl?
Jess, this conjure her.
Right. Well, if that's the case, Mom, Dad, where you at?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you conjure that one up. I miss my folks, man. I can't lie. I miss my folks.
Me too. But you know what? You look at photos of them, but if you watch an old video of them, oh, it's almost like you can reach out and touch them.
I know it. I know it. I lost 2 goldfish in a betta this week, but all the tank
Oh,
mates in each tank are fine, so I'm not sure what happened. You know,
wow.
things like that happen, man. It's just like, okay, look at it this way, Miss Ginger. Okay, you have an all-star athlete. This athlete is, in their 30s. You know, peak condition. Don't smoke. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything bad. And all of a sudden, you see on the news, oh, so and so died from a massive coronary heart
You
attack
got
or
to in, Austin.
some crazy weird thing that killed them, right? So I mean, it's not, and then you have the guy that, like me, I eat everything that's bad for me. I drink beer. I did quit smoking though. Okay, I smoked for 40 some years. And I've had motorcycle accidents. I should have been dead, and here I am. So fish are kind of the same thing. You never know. It could be just something. It was just their time. You know, does it suck? You're damn right it sucks. But it could have been just their time. And it might not be something. It might be absolutely nothing wrong that you're doing. It just was just their time.
That's true.
And it's a
Oh,
bummer. I get it.
you said you weren't feeling good, Rocco.
Yeah.
Kenny Eves also having some sort of issues. He doesn't feel real well this week either, and since he quit smoking, It's probably
Yeah, man.
y'all probably both going through the same thing with all that poison coming out of your systems.
I don't know what it is, man. Because I tell you what, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it scared me, and it takes a lot to scare me. But that scared me when my blood pressure was at 183 over 109.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when you get to
It's closing the
120.
gap.
Yeah, you know if you get anything like your diastolic gets anywhere near 120, you know like 115 or higher, they urge you get in a car and have somebody take you to the hospital right now. You know.
Hi, Jay Oliver.
Jay Oliver, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, it scared me. It literally scared me. It was like, man, this could be it, man. You know, this could be my last day on Earth, you know. So I was a little scared, man.
Well, you know you're getting in the right age bracket where every day something else breaks, falls off, stops working, works when it's not supposed to work, won't close, won't
Right.
open, whatever.
Right? Exactly. Hey, what are you doing back there? You're not supposed to do that just yet.
Yeah. It happens to the best of them if you live long enough. So
That's right, you know. That's horrible. It's all part of life though, man. You know, and life is a beautiful thing. We just got to deal with it, you know.
have to get
See,
Roxy
I think
to
that
make
I
a
think
song.
right. I think that's the part of being getting older, you know. I mean, because
All I
we've
ever do
learned
is
so
take pills.
much. Right. You know, we've learned so much about life growing up, you know, and the you know the early part of our life, we've learned so much, you know.
Sharpies, Shelly.
And then the last and final thing we have to learn, and my heart of hearts and my thoughts anyway, the last thing we have to learn, who are the people that really, really love you?
Yeah, you
That's
find
what the
out
last
real quick, don't you?
that's the last thing you have to learn. Find out who really, really loves you. And you'll find out
who's-
quick because you know, 20 years ago when you were, you know, kicking ass and taking names, and now that you're, you know, 60 years old or 50 years old or whatever, you know, and your body's just like, okay, dude, you've done way too much in your life. It's time to slow your roll. You know what I mean? And your body starts to react to that, you know, and you hurt all the time or what, you know, just whatever your ailment might be. Then you find out, okay, who's my real friends? Who are my real friends are going to stand by me and help me and, you know, stick by me and, you know, give a damn about me or check on me or whatever have you, you know. And a lot of times you're going to find out. Yeah, absolutely, Bob. Absolutely. But you're going to find out, man. You're going to find out who those people are. And they're going to come out of the woodwork one day and you're just going to be like, holy cow, I didn't
And they'll
realize.
probably be in this range of as far as the number that you could count on.
Oh, yeah.
if
You know what? My daddy always
get
told
down
me.
for the long haul.
What's up? What's
What's
up?
up, people? How's it going?
Hey there.
Same, same. Real good, real good. My dad told me when I was growing up, he said, you know, because I always used to tell him, you know, oh, what about my friends? What about my friends? And my dad always tell me, he said, son, you take a look out that window and you tell me who's really your friend out there. I was like, well, he's my friend. They're all my friends. And my dad told me, he said, son, look, I'm going to tell you something. He said, you're lucky if you grow up and have as many friends as you can count on your hand. He said, those you know, 5 people or less are going to be your real friends.
That's true. I mean, it's just how it is. People have lives and they forget you and they have their own issues.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, it's not that they don't sometimes maybe want to help, sometimes they just can't.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice to know you have a couple that you can count on no matter what. So, Degenerate, what have you been up to?
I have a friend like that too.
Just
What's
whatever,
up,
got that
buddy?
Working. What's going on, guys?
I want to come over to your house and steal your chair, though.
Yeah, it's comfy. It's cool. It like reclines. It's got the whole nine.
I know. I know. And
got
you know
the
what?
up
I've been
and
looking
down.
at those chairs
It's got
too.
the lumbar support. It has a pillow if I need it. Yeah.
Right. Does it have the footrest too?
No, I should have got that one. I regret it.
Man, I've been looking, man. I've been looking. I just like, you know what? I really want to pull the trigger, but I just can't, man.
This wasn't even that bad. Like this, like there are some brands that are like, you know, just because of the name, they're probably like an extra $100-$200. This one was, this one wasn't that bad. I think it was like, I don't know, $180 or something like that. Maybe a little more.
Yeah. See the one that I want. It's $198.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But it's got Bluetooth speakers in the headset.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool.
Like,
Jenny Lynn.
How awesome would that be to do a live stream? I could just kick back in my chair. So, guys, what's going on?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Good
to see y'all.
A lot of time down in the basement. Got to be comfy to spend that many hours.
In hindsight, that probably would have been a good idea because, like, I was always worried about, like, you know, I got to have the wire running into the chair, but I got like all these wires running into my chair anyway, just because I'm sitting in it.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Just have to change the chair to the desk so you don't snatch everything out of the wall.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Limited roaming range. So, let's ask you, have you been listening to the stream so far? Or did you just pop up?
I have been. No, I've been listening this whole time. I've just kind of been milling around. I was doing some stuff. I was I'm got this project I'm working on.
Yes.
What's the new project?
Really
Let's see.
Secret, but I had to cut some
pipe.
No, it's threaded stainless steel rods.
Okay.
I'm gonna use these as the supports, but I'm gonna wrap this in like Sculpey.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna like and leave a little bit out, so that I can possibly attach
it into something.
Yeah, like it's gonna be trying to make a cave, right? Where's the other one? There we go.
Gotcha.
So, and I'm going to use, I'm trying not to pull my headphones off. This stuff.
I saw you had told Ed you were working on a Sculpey project.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I cut this, like, and I kind of shaped it, like, roughly. This is going to be like the roof of the cave.
Gotcha.
And these are going to be going through it. It's for the 90 gallon.
Is that going in? Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to use Sculpey.
How awesome is that?
To make that. I actually have some of those. I mean, I made these already.
So now you're going to make those support things, like the little legs, whatever you want to call it. You're going to make those look like, what do you call those? I'm
going to, I made one of these, stalagmites, stalactites.
That's it. Yeah.
And I made this, and I used the inside of this is like I have a piece like a wooden dowel in here, just kind of like for like strength. But I was trying to figure out how to like just have it just not sit here just resting on it, because if it shifts, falls over, and then like the whole thing is going to come crashing down, right?
Well, can't you like attach that Sculpey to that cement board?
Well, that's when I was like, you know what? I just made one of these, so that's when I decided to do the threaded rods.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna kind of. I'll probably still use this, but
you could just you could put a water because it's all stainless, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can
use I got the washers and the nut.
Then all you gotta do is just cover the nut and washer up on top. You know.
Yeah, the whole top part. I'm not really worried about like how it looks on top. I'm more worried about underneath, because the top is just a flat plate that you can do whatever the heck you want with. You know what I mean?
Sure enough.
Like you know, scape it, whatever. You can even put freaking soil on that if you want.
That's what I was I take some of that Sculpey and make a lip all the way around it.
Yeah,
kind of like a rocky lip.
And I'm gonna do something
or whatever.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then
that's badass, man.
I actually have an idea in my head, like what I'm going to do with the rest of the scape.
Well, I can't wait to see it, man.
That's the plan.
I'm pretty stoked, man.
And I've already made some of these. Whoops, this one's
so
not
I take it
fired
that's
yet.
a cement board.
Yeah, that's the cement board. And if you can see that bucket, where is it? Right there, that blue one with the blue lid. That's got the cement board soaking in water. Because I want to see if it changes any of the water parameters. Because I don't want to different things in that. Plus, I am going to coat that stuff. Everything's going to get coated with dry lock before it gets like installed permanently. But this is like I made some of these. Like I'm going to attach.
Way
this to
cool,
the roof,
man.
And this is just going to go in the sand or whatever's underneath.
Well, what was your inspiration for that idea?
These fish that I want to put in there.
Oh, and trying to make it
And
like
you're
a
talking about what,
natural
like
type
like
setting.
blind cave fish or something, or?
Yeah. I finally found 3. 3
Way
of them.
cool.
I got to get more, but that's my plan. And then, obviously that's going to divide the tank, so there's going to be fish besides that in there as well.
Way cool.
That's my plan.
Way cool.
We'll see.
Oh, now you have inspired Ryan on a plant ledge, which is a cool idea.
That is a good idea. I am going to do some sort of thing, Sculpey on top there, just to kind of, just hide that front edge, I guess, basically.
That's way too cool, man.
We'll see. It's on the list.
A whole nother level. That's a whole new level for Rocco. I can't hang, man. I'm not worthy.
I was cutting those threaded rods. That's what I was. So.
That's way cool, man. Well, keep us tuned in on that, man. I'm kind of excited to see what's going on.
I'm kind of filming the progress on this, so.
Way cool. Make
a video. I already put
That's great.
I did the under gravel thing to plant them.
Are you still
I seen those pieces. I seen those pieces on Amazon.
Yeah.
They're not expensive. They're actually fairly cheap.
No, it wasn't too bad.
You can get them.
Yeah, I had a problem getting them in the beginning, but last couple of times I just whatever. There's those plastic bags over there. That's what's in those little poppet things.
Right.
Because when I went to look for some, there was only 2 left or something.
No, but not everybody knows what we're talking about. I'll show you. Oh yeah, I don't know. I have a whole bag that I haven't even opened yet.
Now it's time for Jason to do show and tell.
Yeah.
And now for the show and tell section of the stream.
These things.
Well, that's kind of interesting. You have a pole right in the middle of your fish room. Just saying.
It's a support it's a basement.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they say.
But this is what they are. They're basically like these not clear, but they're perforated plastic. They're hard plastic, pretty rigid, inch high. And they got these like tabs where those are the females.
Click together,
and then they got the males that go in them, so you can just snap them together. And they actually work pretty well. Like, I think it's 2 wide. It's either 2 or 3. 2 wide for a 55, 3 wide for a 75, and then like whatever is 6 long or something like that, 6 of them wide. And it's pretty much standard footprint. And I did it on most of my tanks over there. There's only like a couple I didn't do it on. I didn't do it on that 29, and that 29 was already set up, so I didn't do it on that. Pretty much everything else has one, except for that 10, which was the quarantine system. The 75s over here, I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. I was before I got there. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know if if it really does much, but I do like the idea of like having some sort of like at least water movement through the substrate, because I think that's a more natural thing.
It's like it's not stagnant.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And plus, like any nutrients you put in the water column just gets sucked down into the substrate. So you just fertilize the water column, and then everything ends up in the substrate.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about your like root tabs per se.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of like a secondary benefit I was thinking of, like,
which are a pain in the butt to try to put in a 90-gallon.
Yeah, just drop it in the tank. Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I can imagine.
I've already started experiencing some of that, trying to get stuff in that 90-gallon. I'm like, oh my god, this thing's a lot bigger than. Like,
a lot bigger than you thought, huh?
Oh, it's the whole yeah, exactly. And I don't want to like put my weight on it or anything, because that would be the absolute worst thing to pull that whole thing over. It's right there. Like right.
I wonder if anybody's done that.
There. Whoops. See it?
Way cool.
And my computer's right next to it, so that would be real bad.
Talk about messing all up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Take care, Bob. You be safe, buddy.
Hang on. We're having technical difficulties here. There we go.
Yep. I know I got to get out of here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Don't let me keep you.
I got kids, man.
Oh, you got a life.
Yeah.
I have kids. They are my life, whether they want to admit to it or not.
I hear you. The tooth fairy came to see mine last night. She had to come in and let me know.
Nice.
How old?
Well, she's 9. Yeah, I'm a grandmother age raising a 9-year-old. But she had to come tell me the tooth fairy brought her some money.
Oh,
that's
boy.
Nice.
Look, when the tooth fairy used to come to me, I'd get 50 cents. She gets $20.
Whoa.
I know, right? What happened to those days, man?
That tooth fairy's really good to her.
Well, you know what happened is the tooth fairy done took
teeth.
all our damn money. You know, kept all the money and got some interest on it. Now she can spoil these kids.
Cheated us out of it when we were little.
Right?
Yeah,
What a jerk.
Now, you didn't have the YouTube to complain through to the tooth fairy.
Right? Right?
Oh.
I oppose the tooth fairy. She's a
You're
jerk.
on camera. Oh, am I? Yup. That's my wife. She's not.
Hi, Mrs. Manifesto.
She said. They said
Hello.
hi. She's like hiding
Oh,
now.
she's bringing you something to eat?
It's
Wow.
lunch. I got
You
lunch.
got it made.
You're gonna get. You're gonna sneak past. All right, hang on. She doesn't. There we go. Run while you can.
Run, mama, run.
She's safe.
Too cool.
It's funny. And then I got my other
Jimmy
girl
P
here.
says he has your other girl. Oh,
Checking
the
it
pupper.
She saw pizza, so she's here all about it.
She said food. What?
That's awesome.
Jimmy P says he has 18 grandkids. A second mortgage covers the tooth fairy.
Well, John wants to know she's got a sister. I guess he's asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, she doesn't have a sister, by the way. She has a brother.
Well, you know.
Oh, I got to make sure my trash can is out.
She's also embarrassed. She's like in her sweatpants and stuff. I can tell.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, I think so.
Look, some of us come up on stream and a whole lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, man?
A whole lot less.
I was so.
Stop looking at my pizza.
Yeah, exactly. I was so tired today. I almost came on without a shirt. I was so tired. I was like, "Oh Christ, I gotta get a shirt on." What the hell am I thinking? Nobody wants to see that fat belly and the man boobs.
Probably.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was waiting for somebody else to come up because I wasn't either. But I wasn't
Excuse
ready.
me. Right.
But at this point, enough of them to see me at late night. I was like, oh, well.
Oh crap.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Dang it all.
So you're not
You
getting
can
it.
only dress it up so much. Now,
My
if you
dog's
put
freaking
glitter
out.
on it, it does change the game.
Whoa. What are we glitterizing?
Cats.
Well, cat litter, glitter cat litter,
Oh.
and of course, Kenny E was
Glitter
in here a
cat
little bit
litter.
earlier.
Alrighty. Well,
One thing
let me
about
put
the
this
glitter
out.
cat litter, you would know where they walked all over your house, maybe.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
geez.
Exactly.
Then you got glitter
if
all
they're-
over your house. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
a good
if
one.
Right.
they're jumping up on
And
the
hope-
table.
Yeah, 'cause I hope you don't find it on the table and the countertops. You know.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to drop down because my dog is trying to eat my pizza without me.
The dog's
And I
giving
don't
you
think
all the
wanna
help
see
you
me
need,
eating.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for
All
having
right.
me.
You
I'll
bet,
see
man.
guys.
We're gonna dip
Well,
out of here in a
thanks for
few
showing us
anyway.
your projects.
Yeah. I'll keep
Yeah,
you
most
posted.
definitely. Yeah, please do, man. I'm excited to see that.
Cool.
That
All right, guys.
inquiring minds want to know.
Stay tuned.
God bless you, man.
See ya.
Take care, man. So,
Whoever's
I
doing
don't
it
even
best.
know. Does Pagasta Arena still stream? It's at 5:00 today. Rico stands at 6:30. SLC
I've never heard of
Aquatics is at 7. Secret History living inside your aquarium. Our
Is
friend
he still doing
Alex
Tuesday
is-
nights? Has he moved to Friday night?
I don't know. I'm just I'm reading the fish tuber notifications.
I think, and I might be
So if
wrong,
there's,
but I thought I heard him say in the stream if somebody wanted
I
that,
thought
they
so
could
too.
have it.
I thought so too. So we need to update this. But then let's see what else we got here. Fancy Tail Aquatics is on at 8. Catfish Terry's on at 9. Pet Exotics Multiple Aquariums is on at 8. Bentley Pasco is on at 9. Dr. Black is on at 10. All Things Fish is also on at 10. And Bipolar Aqua is at 8. It says chat and tanks. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's what's on FishTuber for today. Hopefully those are all right.
And I don't know if Jen or Kevin will be on later, like they come on at 12.
Right, they come on around midnight-ish, don't they?
Yeah, it could be Kevin's Canines or the Backwards Fish Ring. I don't know.
Right,
they split
right.
the week.
Right.
That's the last one I know
Natural
of.
Aquarium says he gets all his medical advice from the Doc Black himself.
Well, usually that would probably involve holding up a glass.
With some alcoholic beverage in it, I'm sure.
Some sort of beverage in it.
All right, folks. Well, it is that time. I'm sorry I didn't have a better show planned for you today, because usually what happens is when Jess and I are both up here, she'll be, kind of talking and doing her thing, and on the other screen over here, I'm looking this up, looking that up, and then I'll have something to bring up. So today I was not able to do that, and I do apologize. I should be better prepared, right?
I guess y'all just need to make yourself a sheet that you can pass it back and forth over email.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing. We have a format that we're working on, okay? And we're slowly trying to get into that, you know what I mean? Where it'll be, almost like a time slot, almost like a radio show, where a certain amount of time it'll be this, certain amount of time it'll be that, certain this, or certain, and we're not going to get away from bringing people up on the panel. That's just something I think that's kind of paramount for our community. You know what I mean? A lot of other communities, and I don't think it would work out as well. But I believe in the fish keeper community, I think bringing someone up to share experiences, share ideas, share their projects, stuff like that, I think that is paramount. And I think it helps in the success for all of us together as a community. You know what I mean? So I hope we don't get away from that. I really don't see that happening, but that's the reason why we do that. But we want to try to get something more informational, to give you guys on a daily basis. Whether it be about a fish or whether it be about a project or a DIY or what's happening in the aquarium world, this, that, and the other. We're trying to come to bring something more news and more knowledge to the fish community, or to our community. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to get to.
Well, there's some awesome.
So it'll be more beneficial. Absolutely. And the thing of it is, there's so many awesome people in here that have these great ideas. That's why I said we can't get away from bringing people up here. We have to keep bringing people up here.
Yeah, there's people in here that have forgotten more than I will ever know.
I'm still learning. Like, look, perfect example. I never heard of SAFE before. And if it wouldn't have been for, Bob and Kenny and I don't know who else said something. I don't have it up anymore. Let's see. Anyway, there's a bunch of people telling us about it. I never, I've seen it. I've heard of it. Never used it. I just, I got Prime. That's what I use, But now that I know this, I think that's really cool. So I'm going to try some. So to Bob and Kenny and whoever else mentioned it, I do appreciate it.
Okay. Well, Rocco, I'm going to drop down so you can say the final closings, and I appreciate you letting me come up.
No, man, it's definitely a pleasure having you up here. You have to come up here more often.
Okay.
Most definitely.
All right, well, enjoy it, everybody.
And go nap now. Have fun. See you folks around the tubes. Thanks, Rocco. I tell you what, Miss Jen, it's always a pleasure to see you here, and I hope we see you more often. But with that, guys, it's that time. I have to go take care of my children. You guys take care of yourself. God bless you. And just so you know, you right there, you, I'm pointing at you right there. All the yous right in there are all the very best. My fish thinks you're the best. Gotcha. You're the best, guys. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing part of your day with me. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.